carbon and its compound. As you know, in your class 9 itself you have understood that science has 3 parts, right? Physics, chemistry and biology. So by the chapter name carbon and its compound, you must be able to tell that which unit this belongs to. Okay, so obviously carbon and its compound, by the name it suggests that carbon belongs to the periodic table and periodic table belongs to the entire chemistry is based on periodic table. So obviously this unit is from our chemistry portion. Okay. Now let us see why there are so many elements in this universe, so why only to study carbon. Okay, what does carbon has, what is the speciality of carbon? Okay, carbon, carbon is found in almost everything in this universe. We as a human beings are also carbon based. Okay, everything is carbon based. Carbon is found in fuel, carbon is found in clothes, carbon is found in books and everything. Okay, all living structures are carbon based. Everything in this universe are based on carbon. Okay, where is carbon found? Now you will be asking, ma'am, where is carbon found? Okay, we understood that everything in this universe is made up of carbon. Now where is it found? Right, so carbon is found in the crust. Okay, Earth's core, the crust, right? So in crust we find carbon. We find carbon in atmosphere. In crust you have 0.02% of carbon and in atmosphere you have 0.03% of carbon. Now you must be answering, are you 0.02%? 0.02%. Okay. 0.02% and 0.03% are very less, are so less, like 0.02 and 0.03 are very less. Okay, so how can something that is found in so less amount in this universe is the building block of almost everything we know? Okay, how is it that it is found in all living structures? How is it that everything is carbon based? How is it that it can be found in clothes, in books, in fuels? Okay, how is it even possible when the content is only 0.02 and 0.03% in the atmosphere? Okay, in spite of small amount of carbon available in nature, the importance of carbon seems to be immense. Even though carbon is found in so less amount, okay, but carbon is is seen everywhere in this universe. Okay. Now let us see, carbon, it occurs in 2 states. Like we know states of matter has, we have 3 states of matter, like in your class 9 you have studied solid, liquid and gaseous. Similarly, carbon is found in 2 states in the universe. Okay. See, free state, it is found in free state and it is found in combined state. Carbon can be found akela and carbon can be found together. Okay, only carbon in free state it is only carbon atom and in combined state it is carbon is with other element. Okay, in free state it is found in Earth's 0.02%. Okay, in free state it is found in Earth's crust, that is of 0.02%. In the Earth's crust, carbon is single, it is free. Okay, it is only 1 carbon atom each. Okay, and it is 0.02%. And in combined state we have, it is found in atmosphere, that is the percentage is 0.03%. In 0.03% we find it in the Earth's, we find it in the combined state in the atmosphere. Okay, now free state of carbon. Now I am saying you free states of carbon, single carbon is found. So where do we find it? We find it in diamond, we find it in coal, we find it in fullerene and we find it in graphite. Diamond we all know, okay, like the ladies have some special affection with diamond. Okay, everyone wants to wear diamond necklace, diamond pendant, diamond ring and etc. So this is also made up of diamond. Diamond is made up of carbon. Okay, diamond is made up of carbon. Now every element in this universe, everything in this universe is made up of some or the other element that we find in the periodic table. Like gold earring we wear, gold earring is made up of gold, silver earring is made up of silver, you know, the aluminum, steel, everything are made up of carbon only. They are made up of elements in the periodic table. Okay, this is coal, this is fullerene, graphite. Graphite is the pencil nib that we see. Everything is based on carbon. So see, in so many, these are found in our daily life, right? And they are made up of carbon. So in 3 states we find it in the earth's crust. We find diamond, coal, fullerene, graphite, etc. Okay. And in combined state we find it. In combined state we find it. Combined ones, carbon and some other elements will also be there. Okay, by element I mean like oxygen or fluorine, nitrogen, hydrogen, anything else. Okay, along with including carbon. Okay, in combined state we have in the solid, we will find it in solid, we will find it in liquid, we will find it in gaseous. Okay, we will find it in gaseous, we will find it in liquid. Okay, and we will find it in solid. Okay, in solid state we have the carbohydrates and proteins. Okay, in solid you will say that where is carbon found? Carbon is found in carbohydrate. Okay, in proteins. Now these are very huge formulas which you will learn in your 11 and 12 if you take up science. Okay, so for now you can understand that in combined state it is found in solid, carbon can be combined with some elements. In liquid, carbon can be combined with some element. And in gaseous, carbon can be combined with some element. In solid we have examples of carbohydrates and protein. In liquid we have the example of petrol and kerosene. In gaseous we have example of carbon dioxide and CH4 methane that is found in gas cylinder. Okay, this is the combined state. Now yes, we will see where is carbon found in the periodic table. This periodic table is from the American Chemical Society. Okay, so here carbon is in the, where is carbon in the periodic table? See, there are so many elements. So where is carbon? Carbon is here. Okay, before that I would like to give a brief intro on this periodic table. Okay, see, this is S block. Okay, this is S block. Okay, P block. Okay, this is D block. Cool. And this is the F block. Now you see, in our we have this entire periodic table. Here we have different blocks. Like you are class 10 student. Okay, in the school you must be having different section, like section A, section B, section C, section D, and so on. Similarly, this element has block. Okay, this is S block, P block, D block, and F block. Okay, so they are divided into different blocks. So now we have seen their different blocks, and in your other chapter, in your periodic classification chapter, you will be understanding and you will be knowing in little bit depth in your class 10. In class 11 you have an entire chapter. Okay, it is divided into you will read about S block and first two. Okay, 13 and 14 you will read it in class 11. In class 12 you will have D block, F block, and the remaining T block. Okay, so in depth you will study in the higher classes, but as of now you need to know this, that this is the P block, D block, S block, and F block. Okay. Okay, now we will see that what is our matter of concern. We are concerned with the carbon. Okay, now यहाँ पे कहाँ पे carbon है? We can see we have carbon here. This is our carbon that we want to study in detail in this chapter. Okay, now the carbon is in group number 14. This is group 1. You can see this is group. Okay, this is group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and this is group number 14. Okay, this is in group number 14. It is in period number 2. Okay, this is the first period, second period, third period, fourth period, fifth period, sixth period, seventh period. Okay, so the carbon is in group number 14 and period number 7. Carbon is in group number 14 and period number 2. Okay, what did I tell? 7. Okay, carbon is in group number 14 and period number 2. Carbon's atomic number is 6. Its mass number is 12. Okay, and it is in the P block. Okay, it is in the P block. P block. That is, it is in its atomic number. Atomic number is 6. Mass number is 12. Okay, 6 into 2 is 12. So whatever atomic number you are getting, okay, there are so many elements, right? Every element must be having the atomic number. Now what is atomic number? You can just analogy if I give that, suppose I have my weight is 60 kg. Okay, so मेरा weight 60 kg है. Suppose this is my atomic number, then my mass will be 60 into 2, that is 120 is my mass number. Okay, I am just giving an analogy, it's not the same. Okay, so atomic number is 6, then mass number just double it. There are some point also along with the number, but that is not our matter of concern. Okay, so we have atomic number 6 and mass number is 12. ठीक है sir? So and this belong to the P block. Understood? Now what is the electronic configuration? Now what is electronic configuration? Okay, now you stay in a building. Okay, एक society है. तो फिर in your society you have in your society you have your house number. Okay, you have your house number. In your house you have your room where you sleep at night. Okay, similarly electron का एक घर है. Electron has an address. In that address electron has a house number. In that house number it has its room where the electron resides. Okay, so these are the outermost, these are the shell. Okay, these are the shell. Okay, and what are the subshell? This is the shell, this is the home, and inside those shell there are subshells. Okay, this is the complete, this is the shell. Okay, and we have, if this is the shell where the electron lives, then this is our subshell. Shell is the address, subshell is the exact place where you will find the electron. Okay, you have to keep this in mind. ठीक है, तो फिर क्या है? This is our shell. Okay, this is our shell. We have subshell here where our electron lives. Okay, so what is our matter of concern? This is that. This is known as K subshell. This is the K. This is L. K shell, L shell. Then if you have another, then that will be our K, L, M shell. Okay, so the electronic configuration, carbon, what is the atomic number of carbon? Atomic number of carbon is, atomic number of carbon is 6, right? So what will you do it? You will divide it. I hope in your class 9 you have learned how to write the electronic configuration. Okay, so what will you divide it? In the first shell you can only place 2 electrons. In the second shell you can place only 8 electrons. So since 2 is already given, so we will write here 4. That makes 4, 5, 6. Since there are only 6 electrons, so you will have in the K subshell, in the K shell you will have 2, and in L you will have 4. Done? Okay, so this is our how we can give the electronic configuration of carbon. Next we have carbon is a versatile element. What do you mean by versatile? Versatile, what is the meaning of versatile? Versatile meaning ki hoy? What is the meaning of versatile? What is the meaning of versatile? Versatile element means, suppose my name is Neha, okay, I can sing, I can dance, I can cook, I can teach, I'm a good student and I can play sports and I can do everything. So I am versatile, I can do everything, okay, like I have so many talents. You are versatile, you can do lot of things, you are versatile. Similarly, carbon is also our very versatile, okay. What can carbon do? Carbon is a versatile element that forms the basis of all living organism and many of the things we use, okay. Carbon is the basic thing of any living organism. It is the basic element and that forms the basis of all living, every living organism is made up of carbon, okay. So what is there in carbon that makes it so unique? The first thing is tetravalency. We have the tetravalency. What is tetravalency? Since carbon has a valency of 4. Okay. Now what is valency? We know that the EC means electronic configuration. Okay. Write it in full form. The electronic configuration is 2, 4. Okay. So this 4 is our valency. Okay. This is our valency. Tetravalency, since carbon has a valency of 4, it is capable of bonding with 4. Now since carbon has 4, okay, since carbon has 4 electron in the outermost shell, it can form, what can it do? It can form bond with 4 atoms of carbon or of some other monovalent, which means that it can form bond with other other atom. Compounds of carbon are formed with oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen and many other elements, giving rise to compounds. Okay, carbon, since it has 4 electrons, in the outermost shell. It can give electron, it can accept electron, it can share electron with oxygen, sulfur, nitrogen and different element. Okay, so it depends on carbon. Ab carbon ko kya karna hai? Since carbon has lots of options, since so carbon is versatile, it is used in lot of work. Okay, so carbon is our versatile element. It has a tetravalency. Tetravalency means since the outermost shell has 4 electron, that is called our tetravalency. Tetra means 4. Okay, tetra means 4 and valency means outermost electron. Okay, so carbon has tetravalency. This is the basic thing. Okay, so catenation. Now comes catenation. What is catenation? Carbon has the unique ability to form. Okay, carbon has the unique ability to form bonds with other atoms of carbon. Okay, what does carbon has? Carbon has the unique ability. Now what is unique ability means? कुछ carbon के अंदर खास है. Carbon is special. Okay, carbon has a unique ability to form bond with other atom. Carbon can form bond with other element also, and that gives rise to a large number of molecule. Okay, and carbon can form bond with itself also. Okay, with other carbon. Okay, this property is called catenation. Now let us see. Okay, what is written. These compounds may have long chain of carbon, branch chain or carbon or even carbon atoms arranged in ring. In addition to carbon atom may be linked by single, double or triple compound of carbon which are linked by one single bond between carbon. Okay. Let me explain you it in a simpler, easier manner, okay, than the thing that is written here. Catenation means, okay, now what will happen? One carbon will link to other carbon, will link to other carbon, will link to other carbon, will form bond with other carbon and so on. Okay. This linkage of joining with other carbons is known as catenation. Okay, so this is what is called catenation. Simple language, catenation means carbon has the unique ability to form bond with other atom of carbon. Carbon has a unique ability. Not all element in this universe can form bond with itself. Itself means with the other element of the same atom. Okay, they all cannot do the same. But this carbon has this unique property कि one carbon can form with other carbon and goes on, and it will go on in this manner. Okay, this compound, so this is known as giving to a large number of molecules. Since one carbon can form bond with other carbon and so on, it will go on. So carbon can form a large number of molecules and that is known as catenation. Understood? Also, you have to remember that no other element exhibit the property of catenation to the extent that it is seen in carbon. Like I said you, carbon has some unique property, okay? It has some uniqueness in it that it can form bond. It can form bond, okay? And that cannot be seen in other element does not form bond. Like see, you have seen the carbon can form bond like this, but you will not see that hydrogen can form this huge molecule, okay? It is not happening with all the element. Carbon has some uniqueness in it, since it has tetravalency, it can form catenation, hence it is making carbon a versatile. What it is making carbon? It is making carbon a versatile element, okay? It is making carbon a versatile element. One reason for the formation of strong bond, also carbon forms very strong bond, okay? Carbon forms very strong bonds by carbon is small size. Since carbon has a very small size, okay, the size of carbon is small, so it can form very strong, it can form what? It can form very strong bonds, okay? This enables the nucleus to hold on to the shared pair of electrons. Since the size of carbon is small, so what happens when it is sharing electron? So it can hold more number of, okay, this enables nucleus to hold on hold on to the shared pair of electrons strongly. Since it has small size, so chota hai, so it can hold more other element, okay? It can form more element, like when it shares with the other carbon, it can, here what they are sharing electron. So since the size is small, so they can hold more electron closely and tightly, okay? The bond formed by elements having now if there is big element, okay, suppose we have some element called as X. Okay, we have some element called as X. This is very big. Now when it will try to share electron, so since the size is very big, so it cannot keep the electron close to it nicely, okay? Therefore the bond is not weak. But since carbon size is small, so when it shares electron, so what happens? So it can, since the size is very small, so it can hold electron very closely, okay? So this is what our thing is for catenation. So let me repeat once again this part, okay? Carbon is a versatile element. Why is carbon versatile? Because of two reasons. What are the reasons? First is tetravalency, okay? Tetravalency and catenation. Tetravalency because carbon has 4 electrons. By the term tetravalency means, tetra means 4, valency means the outermost electron. From the electronic configuration, we have seen that in carbon, the electronic configuration, the outer electronic configuration is 4. So that makes it a tetravalent atom. Okay, it is a tetravalent element. Now the 4 electron, it can share 4 electron, it can gain 4 electron. Now here why will it gain 4 electron? For any element, okay? For any element to be stable, everybody wants to be stable. मुझे भी 2 पैरों पे खड़े होके आराम से खड़ा होना. I don't want to stand like this, I don't want to stand like that, right? I want to stand still. So what is this? Everybody wants to be stable in this universe. For an atom to be, for an element to be stable, it needs to have, in the outermost electron, it should have 8 electron. Okay, for to be stable, it should have 8 electron. To complete it, thing called as octet. We will learn in the later part what octet is. So to complete 8 electron to be stable, so what carbon will do? It can share its 4 electron, right? It can lose 4 electron and become, चलो बाहर का सब कुछ छोड़ दिया, 2 के साथ stable रहेगा. या फिर it can gain 4 electron and it can be, it will become 8 electron, it will be stable. Or it can share electron and gain 8 electron in the outermost shell to become stable, okay? So this is the uniqueness of carbon that is not seen in other elements, okay? And the other one is catenation. What is the uniqueness? Carbon can form carbon, huge number of carbon bond it can form, and that is making our catenation, okay? Carbon has the unique ability to form bond with other atom, giving rise to large number of molecules, okay? So this is known as catenation. Now what is saturated compounds and unsaturated compounds? Compounds of carbon having double or triple bond. So now see, we have carbon, okay? We have carbon, carbon. We also have carbon, carbon double bond. We also have carbon, carbon triple bond. Okay, carbon, carbon double bond and carbon, carbon triple bond are known as unsaturated compounds, whereas carbon, carbon single bond are known as saturated. Okay, about which we will learn in details in the later part of the chapter, but as of now you need to know that carbon carbon double bond and carbon carbon triple bond are known as unsaturated and carbon carbon single bond is known as saturated. Okay, and carbon only has a unique property of doing catenation. Okay, other elements are don't do so much of they don't support catenation, like they cannot form huge molecules from their own self. Okay, that is from the same element. So this is the thing, this is known as catenation. Okay, so this was it for the carbon thing. Okay, I hope you have understood why carbon has a single chapter and why do we need to understand carbon in so details. Okay, since it is the basic of your organic chemistry. Okay, now in under chemistry also you have organic, like science you have physics, chemistry and biology. Under chemistry you have organic, inorganic and physical. Okay, so this is the base of organic chemistry. If you don't understand carbon, you are never going to understand organic chemistry. And to understand, to love organic, you need to love carbon, and to love carbon, you need to love this chapter. And this is very important. In future, if you are planning to be a doctor or to be an engineer or anything, you have to study chemistry. And when you are studying chemistry, you need to love organic, and to love organic, you need to love carbon. And this is why you have to understand this unit properly. Okay. So this is all about today. So yeah, this is for today. See you in your next class. Thank you.